it's Sharon from Hobby Hill, and I wanted to jump on today and tell you a little bit about an upcoming class that we have. This one is going to be so delicious. We are going to be making 4 different dips. This dip that I'm going to show you today, I'll get to measurements in the class, no worries, we'll give you a hard copy of the ingredients and the recipe. So we are going to start today though making a queso dip. So what I'm going to do is I have a burner here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to start to melt our butter because we have to make a roux. Now if you don't know how to make a roux, no worries, we've got a class for that coming up as well. It's basically going to be your flour and your butter. You will start with your butter by melting that, and then you'll add in your flour, which will give it sort of like a paste, and then we'll add in our liquid. Today we are using a half and half. Once that half and half is added in, then we'll be able to add in our cheese product, which is going to be queso. It's already crumbled. You're going to melt that down. Once that is melted, you will go ahead and add in fresh cut tomatoes, a fresh jalapeno, cilantro. We also have some what we call as the garlic. You could do your own garlic if you wanted to mince that up. We also have a can of green chilies. There's some salt in there as well. But right now I've got my butter. It's almost 100% melted. And then I'm gonna add in my flour right here. So we'll get that stirred in. You can kind of hear it, can't ya? It's doing a little sizzling. And then I'll be able to add in my half and half. That emptied. If you need to, you can also switch over to the spatula, but I'm going to go ahead and start with my whisk. And again, the roux is just a thickener, and it's made with butter and flour. Great. Now, in the meantime, while you're making this, go ahead and start some tortilla chips. Don't go to the bag, just get some fresh tortillas, and you can cut those with a pizza cutter, little olive oil on top, and then your favorite salt. I use the Fleur de Sel salt, and we put that into the oven. They get nice and crispy, and they're so much better for you than a commercially fried chip. Okay, we're close. Let's check our gas. Great. This is gonna be a touchdown for sure. All right. I'm gonna switch over because it's definitely a whole lot thicker now. And we're gonna get that melted almost smooth. Can't wait to show it to you. It's gonna be so delicious. If you run where it's too thick, you can always add a little bit more of your half and half. Okay, so this one, did you know that we also have a class on making queso? So our class is gonna be a queso fundido class. That's where you make a chorizo sausage dip. We'll also make some tortillas in there too. That class is out and already scheduling this time, but we got that all warmed up right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and I am gonna add in my fresh tomatoes. You'll see a little bit of chunks though. It's not gonna be 100% smooth, okay? If you wanted it smoother than that, definitely hit it with your immersion blender and a little bit more of your liquid, but that's just the way the cheese crumbles, okay? So we are all set to add in fresh tomato, jalapeno that's been diced up, and of course your cilantro. So go ahead and get that in there. There's a little juice from your tomato and from your jalapeno, but that's all good. It just helps to make it a little bit smoother. And now, get that mixed in. We're gonna go ahead and add in our garlic. There's a little bit of salt in there, and of course your green chilies. That's awesome too. And just like that, you made an easy queso dip that is ready to put into a platter, ready to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move that right here to one where I've already prepared our tortilla chips. And we'll go ahead and scoop that right on in, and then you are ready to enjoy. So let's see if we can get that better so that you can see the dip going in. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna fill it to the top so that you can see it with the platter. And you are all set to enjoy. Sign up for our class today, making 4 different dips. Everything's gonna be a touchdown hit. You don't need to do it just for Super Bowl. You can do it year round.